Right, yes. Thanks so much for joining us with all the details from there. But moving on to the big CNBC TV 18 exclusive interaction. At a time when the Trump administration's decision to review immigration rules has fanned concerns of a trade tussle, Adobe chairman and CEO Shantanu Narayen is not losing sleep over it. In fact, in a conversation with CNBC TV 18's Kritika Saxena, the Adobe chief has said that he believes that Indo-US relationships are on the path of increased cooperation. Talking more about the Trump administration, Shantanu Narayen also said that businesses in the United States are optimistic about Donald Trump's proposals. Let's hear out what he had to say.
Well, I think at the end of the day, when you look at the India-U.S. relationships, which was one of your questions, I think that has been on a path to increased cooperation and increased participation. And I think that momentum, just given the economy that India represents, given the economy that U.S. represents, I think that's just going to continue to make progress. I mean, sometimes you have bumps in the road and you need to worry about it. I think in terms of being a government, at least in the U.S., the Trump administration, that is talking about being pro-business, and you've seen all of the proposals recently about making the U.S. a more competitive place to do business with tax rates. I think U.S. businesses look at that favorably in terms of being supportive of it. And from our point of view, in terms of people, we're a global company and we're going to go wherever the skills are. And so I think all great enterprises figure out a way to take advantage of whatever economic and socio-political criteria is. And so I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist for what's happening in India. I'm certainly an optimist about what's happening in the U.S. with respect to our business. And I think that relationships between the two countries will just continue to progress forward.
Okay. But do you expect the landscape to become tighter now? Do you expect it to be more stringent now?
I think the landscape will be different.
Okay.
But and I think that's something that as the laws emerge, that people will have to pay attention to. But
are you concerned about it? Are you concerned?
No, I continue. Well, I look at it with respect to what I can control. And I can control Adobe's prospects. We have the biggest opportunity we've ever had as a company. To your point, we're executing well. We continue to look at the cloud as the opportunity. And, I think that's what, at the end of the day, our dedicated employees are focused on.
You don't think that will reduce competitiveness? It's something that some of your colleagues in Silicon Valley have indicated, that it may impact the competitiveness landscape, so to speak.
For us, competition comes from everybody with a great idea and access to a computer. So, I continue to be paranoid about where the competition's coming from.
Right, and staying with tech, Apple reported second quarter numbers last night. The company posted